There's a lot of discussion around Caillou, and understandably so, but nobody ever gives his sister an iota of attention. This includes Caillou's parents. They don't even seem to notice sometimes that Rosie even exists. Everybody knows this infamous clip of Caillou physically abusing Rosie. But Rosie actually suffers from other forms of abuse, including neglect, throughout the series. To highlight this, we'll look at the episode Caillou Watches Rosie, in which Caillou is given the responsibility of looking after his younger sister. This goes about as well as you would expect. Let's make a start.
Caillou! Rosie! Caillou!
I'm pausing here because it highlights just how young Rosie, and indeed Caillou, are. They are babies, making animal noises to entertain themselves. They really should not be left unsupervised by the parents.
Caillou, I have a bad headache and
She could say, "So, I'll take some paracetamol and get back to the job of looking after my children," or "I'll get your dad Boris to take care of you until I feel better," or even, "Let me message a neighbour or a trusted family friend to take care of you both. That's what friends are for, after all." Literally, any of these things would have been better than what Doris, Caillou's mother, actually said.
Caillou, I have a bad headache and I need to lie down for a while. Can you be a big brother and watch Rosie so she doesn't get into any mischief?
Gentle reminder for you, Caillou is 4 years old and Rosie is just 2 years old. I can't believe that I even have to say this, but under no circumstances should a 4-year-old be given responsibility for a 2-year-old. I mean, it's just inevitably going to end in absolute disaster.
Yes, Mommy.
Thank you, Caillou.
There Doris goes. She's out of there. Caillou's in charge now. The same child that had this insane temper tantrum because the wheel of his toy car broke off is now responsible for another human being.
Come on, Caillou. Come downstairs and help me make breakfast.
No, I don't want to. Silly old car. Silly.
Caillou was in a very bad mood.
Poor innocent baby Rosie. That boy right there, that's who's been given responsibility by her own mother to protect her well-being and keep her safe. Super irresponsible from Doris. Rosie, being a 2-year-old and all, does not behave perfectly. Her colouring in activity, supervised by Caillou, goes off the wall, if you'll excuse the pun. If I know Caillou, he'll handle this calmly and sensibly, won't he? I'm sure that he'll show maturity far beyond his tender years. He'll sensibly explain to his sister Rosie that colouring on the wall is wrong, is not acceptable, and that instead she should be colouring on her colouring book. Just kidding, Caillou decides to wrestle his 2-year-old sister.
No, mine. Stop it. Be quiet. Mommy will be mad.
I actually kind of feel like both kids are being neglected here. Remember, Caillou's been given an impossible job. He's been given the job of trying to supervise a baby whilst only really being a toddler himself. It's even worse for Rosie, who's been left in the hands of Caillou, of all people. I mean, all in all, it's just an absolute mess.
Caillou! What's going on here? Caillou, I asked you to be a big brother and take care of Rosie, not fight with her.
How can you not feel sorry for Rosie here? She's just 2 years old and has been reduced to floods of tears. It takes Rosie crying, feeling despair and distress to get Doris's attention. It was always going to end this way, with Caillou in charge. Innocent Rosie should just never have been put in this position.
Mommy, I was trying.
Rosie, you need a rest.
Rosie didn't.
I'll be right back, Caillou.
No 4-year-old on the planet would be capable of safely looking after a younger sibling. Caillou is a flawed character, and we'll explore his actions much more in future videos, but he's not to blame here. Doris, the mother, she's to blame.
I don't want to be Rosie's big brother anymore.
Caillou blames Rosie, and well, of course he does. He's hated her guts since the very minute she was born. Overall, the episode Caillou Watches Rosie shows what's fundamentally wrong with the television show Caillou. Doris is just clearly neglecting both of her kids throughout the episode. Yes, Caillou might be a nightmare, but he's a 4-year-old nightmare thrown into a situation that he's not equipped to handle. He's not the villain here. He's a toddler being set up to fail. Rosie, on the other hand, is just a baby, stuck with a big brother who's got not only a temper, but a propensity for violence. The fact that it takes Rosie breaking down in tears to even get Doris's attention says it all. Despite this, there is no real supervision from their so-called parents. At the end of the day, Doris is the real culprit. She fails both of her kids by not stepping up as their mother. Neither Caillou, nor Rosie, nor any real-life child who this might happen to deserve this kind of negligence. I mean, this type of parenting even has the potential to, in the future, tear the entire family apart. This user writes, Caillou and his family wonder after Rosie moves out, how come Rosie never visits us? Hit that subscribe button to keep an eye out for more Caillou content. We're just getting started here. Snipe, snap, out.